Have you ever heard of an intimacy coordinator? This is a true profession, and intimacy coordinators are hired when sex scenes are filmed. This is also true on Broadway, but we're going to focus right now on Hollywood movies, where the same way that you might have a choreographer show dancers how to move their bodies and where to position themselves and where to stand while dancing. Similarly, intimacy coordinators can spend hours working with a couple for when they touch their hand to their face and when they lean in. All of this is choreographed, is designed and directed by an intimacy coordinator. So yes, it looks fantastically spontaneous, but actually it is much more like paint by numbers, where you go from number 1 to number 2 to number 3 to number 4. The whole thing is broken down to create this transmission of romance and eroticism and sexual chemistry, but it's not spontaneous at all, even though it looks that way. Of course, the music adds to the experience, but really, when people are making out and having sex in the movies, it is much more like a dance performance on the part of attractive actors than you might ever imagine when you are sitting on your couch watching your TV or in a plush seat in a movie theater, just swept away with the spontaneity of it, and it's happening just the way you wish it happened in your own home. But actually, you probably don't want it that way in your own home, with someone so systematically describing exactly what should happen when. Any sex scene, it probably takes 10 hours of rehearsal to create 5 to 10 minutes of what you watch. So let me tell you, as a relationship and intimacy coach, I highly recommend that you get in touch with your own eroticism and let it guide you, rather than trying to do anything the way you see it in the movies. I've met multiple intimacy coordinators, and in case you're thinking that this would be a really cool job to have, let me tell you, there is not a single career path. There's no school or major that you go to become an intimacy coordinator. It's not something that sex workers graduate into doing. It's not that you have to prove that you know how to have great sex in order to get this position. Every single person that I know who is an intimacy coordinator has come to it through a different path. I know of one woman who used to be a stunt performer and she transitioned into becoming an intimacy coordinator. I know someone who is a modern dancer who is an intimacy coordinator. I know someone else who's a relationship coach who is an intimacy coordinator. So really, as long as you meet the right person and you genuinely have the skills assessed by yourself and how you're able to transmit them to someone, it really is a job with no particular qualifications other than knowing how to do it.